Hello and welcome back to the one and only Speculation Alley. It's your boy A-Bomb here, and of course, as always, with me is my brother from another mother, Crypto Dilly. What's going on, my man?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm good. Ready to jump straight in. We're talking Battletown 2.0 today. What has changed, what we expect to see, and hopefully maybe some speculation on top of all that sprinkled in there, right? So why don't you lead the way?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not speculation that Battletown has transformed into a new dashboard completely where you have missions and you actually have like the inventory, and there's also a section for bounties. What's really fascinating about the transformation of Battletown is that we're going on missions the same way that we went on missions in Battletown 1.0. However, this season, we're actually earning tea leaves. And so there's been some speculation kind of flowing around about what these tea leaves could actually mean, what that is going to be used for. And secondly, we also know about popcorn, which we have not actually figured out how we're going to earn yet. But most of the community is under the impression that we're going to get popcorn from going on bounties. And last week's tweets from 10KTF Shop, you had Win Moon in the movie theater, ironically, saying breaks over, gotta go. By the way, the PFP has 7 different classes, and there are at least 7 different types of popcorn. What's interesting about this tweet, in my opinion, is that Win Moon in the movie theater, every single time that they've done a snapshot of Win Moon in the theater, she's giving alpha, and it's like alpha in plain sight, almost like ridiculously like, hey, like this is what it is, right? So like 7 different types of popcorn. Obviously, I think popcorn is going to directly correlate with the G tag and burning that for a PFP. Some of the ideas that I was kind of like sprinkling around is that maybe you have these different types of popcorn that are earned from bounties. And I think bounties are going to be something where we actually have to pair up and do groupings and go on quests with our friends. And by earning or like completing the quest or the mission, then you'll get this popcorn. And if there's 7 different styles, maybe that'll be burned in with the metadata for your G tag to get a PFP. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean that's what we were leaning into from some time ago, right? Is like whatever happens, I feel like if your G tag is accompanied on this mission with you, then essentially the metadata would be burned into the G tag. However, we have also seen this other mechanic of tea leaves on the current missions we're going on, and we don't really understand what that does yet at all. So, I mean, I'm curious to see what the speculation around tea leaves and what that does as well for the community. But furthermore, getting into what we're currently on, I think is the Battletown and the bounties. So I'm curious with going into bounties and speculating like we'll need to like group up with people. Are you assuming that we'll have to hit certain tiers, like how there's a bronze, silver, and gold tier? You'll have to you'll have to figure out certain people that just have some fat bags. But my question then would be, what if it's not tiered more so it's like collection based, because they wouldn't want only whales to be the ones that like have to be like sought after, right? Like people that have all epics and shit like that. Shout out to Carl. But Carl's a G. He'd probably let us borrow a few epics. But that's what I would think as well. Like it'd have to be strategy based because we've also seen that from the past. But even more than that, I'm wondering if it's a step further than just strategizing and whales, I guess, who have epics, and applying that and maybe something more involved. I don't know.
Well, think about this. So, I mean, this wasn't discussed before, but I got my wheels turning. And what if you just scrapped everything that we know about Battletown? And what if the bounties were actually side quests and missions designed specifically for people with G tags? And so every video that we've seen is a like Wind Moon or somebody carrying a G tag, and it's like almost scraping the floor. So you said something about bringing your G tag along. What if you actually have to soft stake your G tag, and that's actually how you earn popcorn? And so bounties only opens up for those holders of G tags specifically, and perhaps the tea leaves are some kind of boost that you're able to use in the game, or they'll be converted to something later down the line. I mean, we all know that, Wagmi-san's sipping that juice. Maybe he, that's what gets you to go on a trip to another side or go through a portal or some other adventure. So maybe these tea leaves acts as a bonus in some of the quests.
Interesting. I like that. I like that theory a lot. I'm see. That's what I'm wondering. And obviously, we do these videos, but also we have the speculation involved in Twitter chats that we like to involve the community. And so, if you guys have any speculation, drop them in the comments. Come over to the Twitter chat at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday tonight, and yeah, we'll be talking about a lot of this with you because I would love to hear everyone else's speculation on not only the tea leaves, the different types of popcorn, and as well, like kind of like maybe their theory on where Battletown or the entire experience can go. Because what you just said, if they scrap that entire experience, I mean, that's gonna be a wild, wild ride. So I guess we'll.
But I mean, it would make that right there too would make G tag extremely valuable. It would make it to where people would want to not miss out on these bounties. And perhaps, I mean, they've been saying that there's going to be changes to Battletown 2.0. This could actually make it to a more immersive experience or something that we haven't seen. And another last little tidbit before we end the episode. I was talking to A Bomb, and perhaps popcorn is actually an acronym. I mean, it's at least 7 letters, and that lines right up with that tweet. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give the video a thumbs up. And we will see you guys in the next week's episode. Peace.